Hello and welcome everyone to another Let's Play with the Developers. My name is Raycoms and I'm here with some add-ons, and we are live here on our Patreon server, live on HellColonies. Over the past weeks, or we are already 52, 53 episodes in, we've been building this colony and we've gotten pretty far so far, I would say. We're getting a lot of things done. And this episode we will be finishing the level 4 builder here. That's going to give us an additional nice level up, and we will be able to level up some more things around here in the colony. So I hope that's going to be interesting. What are you going to be up to, Sam?
Not sure. Checking on my build. I think he's still busy building our level 2 composter.
And then a hi, what is that word? Hi John, yes, HellColonies, hi there Dextruction, hi there Albert, CKCD, hello there Satirizon as well. Will Ray fall into lava this stream? What, we can make a prediction out of this? Start prediction.
That's the whole reason why we are building in the Nether in the first place. Just so that Ray can fall into lava.
So we can make here a 5-minute prediction. Start prediction. Got it. Okay, prediction started.
Oh, I got some compost and I can make composted dirt.
I forgot then high as well. Ah, that's what is it, level 2 that needed that, right?
Yeah.
What a pain.
Whose idea is it to make the next level require stuff from the building? We would never do that, right?
Oh, I had a kit here in the floor. Literally in the floor, Mason.
But don't put kids into the floor.
That was not my fault. We have to need a relatively new update here. Does this already? Yes. So as you can see, some of the building blocks have been adjusted. You can't vote because you're not a moderator, or because you're a moderator. That is, what a pity. They're going to implicitly believe you're going to vote yes on that one.
Oh, I think our builder block rotations are off now.
No, they should just have stayed the same. This one
Doesn't
here
seem so.
This one here is
Mine
still correct.
Really? Mine is rotated the other way around.
What? Maybe yours was already rotated the other way around?
It would be weird, so right, then the building shouldn't be like this.
There's a little glitch surrounding the block rotation still. But yeah, they look a little bit more vanilla-like now. Do you have a texture pack here? No. So that all of those are vanilla textures, so the things would then easily adjust to vanilla textures. You need nether sprouts, allowing a much better compatibility with any kind of resource pack in the future. That was kind of the idea of this. Chim. John is still trying the polls. Ah, now it works. Now it worked. He's betting if one of the builder is going to die.
What? Not mine.
Hey, yours is the youngest builder, isn't she?
Yeah. Mine is Karen, so maybe we should let her die.
No, it's Kevin. It's Kevin. It's like in Germany, Kevin is like the worst name you could grow up with.
There are some worse girl names, I think. Such as Jacqueline or Chantal or something like that.
it depends. It depends where. In our region, it was, I think, Chantal. Yes, Chantal. My goodness. Jacqueline. It depends. Like when you're like in a poor neighborhood where people are going to call you Jacqueline, then yes. Else, Jacqueline, I think, is like kind of neutral. But yeah, as there were like research proving that as a Kevin, you have significantly less chance to get a job as well, just because of your name already, compared to the average person. Like they checked, and people named Kevin had much less clicks on their profiles in job listings compared to any other name, independence of qualifications. Isn't it nice? It's like prejudice goes, like people really make sure that they achieve the maximum level of prejudice. Like, let's find everything you can have prejudice for. Okay, skin color, not enough. Gender, not enough. Names, not enough. Sexuality, not enough.
Because that's basically how our brain works, right? It kinda got one part for like actually thinking about it, and one which just pre-categorizes stuff instantly.
Yep. And
the categorizing does all that biased stuff where, oh, he's named Kevin, not such a great guy.
And there's all this stuff, but it's also like they're implicit biases. That's for example why in regions where you have less foreigners you have more prejudice.
Yeah. Like
in Poland they have huge prejudice against Muslims, even though they have like not even 1% Muslim population.
Yeah, they have very few.
They have basically almost no Muslims at all in Poland. And in Germany, the region with the highest prejudice is like Eastern Germany, where also the least amount of Muslims are. Meanwhile, like in big cities, you have much less prejudice. Like in Stuttgart, for example, there's not a lot of prejudice against Turks or Muslims, simply because they're just working in all the big companies there and are just a completely valid part of society. And
yeah, and you don't have like in the US, you don't have like separate city parts for different nationalities, right?
yes.
Which is like some arbitrary limit to it.
Of course, if you
like
arbitrarily like segregate people, you're always going to uphold the principle of bias, never allowing people to challenge their beliefs, right? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, nice! It's almost finished. The roof is on. It's our first building with the roof now. I like it. Finally.
What? We do have roofs?
After level 4. Level 4 buildings get roofs.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like countries like Hungary and Poland are the countries with the highest percentage of people that are like highly against Muslim immigrants, and that are the countries that don't have Muslim immigrants. And those are countries that never had a terror attack or something like that either. It's like yeah, it's like in the US you have like cities like New York where you have a much higher percentage of acceptations, but you got also a much higher mix of different ethnicities, right? Meanwhile, the more in the interior you go, the less you have and the more biased the people are. And kind of it's funny because this leads like to an infinite loop of shitty things, right? So you don't put you put all the immigrants in the big cities instead of spreading them through the country, because you can't spread them through the country because the people in the interior would just like go haywire and not vote for the Conservative Party anymore, and instead vote for the Fascist Party. So you just put them all in the big cities, such that you have like too many in the big cities compared to the others, and then that creates again segregation and causes the problems we have, plus additional unemployment, because the big cities are not able to soak them up in that speed, and then it creates issues and creates more bias of the countryside population, making it even less likely to put people there. Yay!
So builder and compost are finished at the same time.
Both finished. Oh, funny.
Yeah. I was thinking for a second you were cheering for the compost how to be finished, and was like,
I wasn't.
Why does he do that?
I wasn't.
Yes, and I noticed that yours did finish as well.
I want you to display the light levels. It's not displaying the light levels.
So what do we need next?
Here. 12, 11. Have to light out the inside of the building here again.
Yeah.
There's a difference between the parties. Okay, in Germany, we have a difference between the conservatives and the fascists. One of them, they just rob the money of everyone, and they just absolutely love lobbyism. And they're not fascists. They're just neoliberals, but that's it. And the other ones would definitely love to get a piece of that lobbyism, but they can't yet. And they are fascists.
Yeah. It's kinda German politics in a nutshell. Like, you got those which are inside the lobbyism and those which want to get in.
And those they want to have a piece of it as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much all of them.
Especially the liberals. I think the liberals must be so angry about the mask deals because it wasn't them who got 600,000 from brokering the mask deal.
Yeah, it was so obviously rigged.
It was like, damn it, it was supposed to be us.
Yeah. That's how you get money when you are in a power position.
That's how you make money when you already make 10,000 euros a month, right?
Yeah, see, if you have money, you can easily make a lot more money.
Yeah, that is the main principle of capitalism, though, true.
Yeah.
So, Evelyn.
Works.
Okay, Karen started. Okay, what is going to cost this year? I think they're not I was wondering if those are windows out downstairs at the builder. I don't think so. Are they? So that also needs prismarine, the guard tower level 4. Does the Citizenat level 4 need? And the Citizenat level 4 looks a little bit different as well. Now there's tablecloth here. This is also only vanilla.
Yeah.
Coral. I think I got a bunch of coral stuff once. All of it needs prismarine. Darn it. All the level 4 things need. The bottom part was supposed to float. dimms, I would say. Let me check the research and I see what I can assign the builder to build next. Time to build that nether fissure, indeed. Indeed. Technology. Flower power. Oh yeah, we should turn. We did turn off the compost consumption.
Yeah.
Do we have a compost worker, by the way?
Yeah, we made some already.
Oh, nice. Enhanced gates. Where is the hot boots here? Now we need a Fletcher for that. Is that the Fletcher? Sawmill, Fisher. Where's the Fletcher? Do we have a Fletcher unlocked already? String works. I already unlocked the Fletcher. So I only have to build the Fletcher. Okay, there I go. Let me just make a Fletcher building quickly then. And then we build a Fletcher to get the hot boots for the miners. Again, I need finally set up the miner to actually do some mining. The colony to the ship. That's the recipe for the Fletcher. Okay, that's easy. Some one string, a bit of wood. And a build tool. You know, but at the moment in German politics, I'm like, I prefer the neoliberals above the conservatives, because at least they do understand something of digitalization.
You mean they know how to send emails? That's quite advanced.
Yes. They do know the importance of digitalization as well.
Yeah. I remember some stories about some politicians still writing letters on their own writing machine and not ever using a computer for emails. But still being in charge.
For some reason, I can kind of imagine Merkel being at the computer not better than my mom. I don't know why.
Well, it's not unlikely, right?
For some reason, I have this image in my mind of her typing with two fingers, you know, tick 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 tick. And before each time she types, she looks again where it is. I don't know. She probably did write her thesis on a writing machine, right?
Likely.
Her doctorate. So she probably does know how to write quickly, though.
Yeah, true.
But I can imagine
at least she knew.
Her putting on glasses, getting really close to the screen, and then being confused about it.
I guess she never types herself.
Yeah,
it's more like
I cannot
you do
imagine
that.
her
I tell you what to type.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Anyone who... That's exactly what I had in my mind as well. Anyone who used a typewriter back in the days should know easily how to use a computer as well.
Yeah.
Got the composter down here. Maybe put a Fletcher around here as well. Maybe here. Oops. need a bunch of mining out here. But that would work for the Fletcher. Maybe move like the Fletcher right in front here. It's kind of facing with a 2-block distance. The composter. If I ever googled my name, I did. I did many times Google my name actually. Hi there, Kala. There's a lot of Minecolonies stuff and some academic publications that come up if you Google my name. So I think that's fine. Just gotta keep in mind where the block is placed. This is the warped style colony. We're not. Hi there, I watch you move. We're not building today as well. We're letting the builder build, to be exact.
Yeah, it's much more chilled.
But it goes quite far back. So, but yeah, we're in the Nether and we're using the Nether style for this here. Now you're having a Nordic village, nice. I already had a Nordic village up here some time back. It was a nice mountain village as well. That was when we're still, but it was not streamed. It was when I was still producing the videos only for YouTube. But it was very similar. I was very lazy in doing things off screen anyway, so it was basically the same thing, but not live. But the funny thing is that is going to be a job for Karen, and it's too far away for Evelyn. Fletcher. I'm going to help her digging out some of that area here though. It's a whole lot of area too. Yeah, I wouldn't spend a lot unless you're using the fortress. I would avoid doing a lot of layouting, etc. I would just kind of like go with an organic growth and place the things like somewhat aligned but not overdo it, like we're doing here basically in the server. Although I still kind of have the hope that we will get a government without the conservatives this time around.
No, that doesn't.
You think it's unlikely?
Yeah, because there is not just conservatives in one party.
But
most parties are made out of conservatives these days. If we wait like 30 years, then most of them are dead. That works.
But then we got neo-conservatives.
Yes, it might be, but the old ones at least. Yeah.
many bows in the warehouse? Yeah, the East Germans vote quite right indeed, yeah. But it's also because it's like kinda messed up. It's like unemployment numbers there are kinda bad. The areas there are like kinda dying out because everyone is running away from there, and you got like a lot of men and no women left in the regions, which leave a lot of angry men there. And a lot of those people used to vote for the left party, which is the interesting part. Most of those people that vote, a lot of those people that are like, there's like 10% serious neo-Nazists that you got for sure, but you got like 10% that are just like angry folks. And are not making rational decisions and are just voting out of anger. Because politicians are forgetting them, and the left party didn't do a lot to make their situation better, so they're just voting for the right at the moment. Unless they notice that the right is not doing anything for them either, and then they will probably try it the other way around again. Get some of those, at least those in the wall. But yeah, I mean, not the extremely conservatives. I mean, you still got these social democrats which are also kind of like conservative, but they don't do anything anyway. If they enter the government, they would just do nothing for another 12 years like they're doing right now. So I see them less of the lesser evil. But I think could have the Greens to at least fix what our agricultural minister messed up in the last 12 years. That would be already great.
What? But the agriculture ministerium can do whatever it wants, it seems.
Because my goodness, it is just like...
Yeah. It is like super messed up what they are doing, and no one cares, it seems.
At the moment, the current one is just like absolute cancer. It was like...
Yeah.
So
they don't even like answer like news or so when they question some stuff what they are doing. No, you don't even get a reply.
So basically,
like, what?
In Germany, they recently some judges found that certain handling of animals is against the constitution, because the German constitution actually got a thing saying that animals have a right to live in their natural condition, basically. And yeah, there's nothing natural about animal agriculture, but they kind of are always cheating around those laws by making kind of like unconstitutional laws with exceptions for agriculture. But recently they found that actually the current system is actually not only unconstitutional, but they're even against a given law. So the solution of the agricultural minister was, no problem, so we create a law to make it legal.
Yeah, we're doing something illegal. Oh, well then let's make it legal, right?
Yeah, so
that's how laws are used for people on the top.
Luckily that was stopped, but also the compromise was also like stupid, kind of like, okay, so we give farmers until 2025 to fix the shit.
Yeah, that's the usual solutions. We like.
We
Yeah,
post
then we only allow it for a certain time, and then they keep prolonging it and
we
prolonging
postpone it
it
for
and
the.
prolonging it.
It is by the way already illegal since 1993.
Yeah, great.
Only tomorrow we will be building new stuff again. I was wanting the item frames. Here's some leather as well. So, I mean, it's difficult. Do cows and chickens and pigs have a condition out of the farm? Yes, they at one moment they were taken from a natural condition and then bred in different ways, etc. But it doesn't change that they did used to have a natural condition they lived in a condition they do enjoy, right? I always wonder how they're able to like pass things like having bird cages, how that kind of like passes even closely by that law.
Well, no one looked at it, so it's fine. Right?
Like
that kind of stuff.
Like I would sometimes I'm like, do you only need like one serious lawyer challenging the current that exact thing? No, I can't. I can put a binding here. No. You only need like one person to challenge this seriously, and they're going to already, because it's like in the constitution, you can like so easily prove that birds in cages is not even close to the natural condition.
What? Aren't they normally living in cage? That's weird.
Strange, right? Strange. You just need one. Yeah, building new stuff will be tomorrow.
Your builder died.
No, the researcher died.
That's okay, he can die.
That's painful though still, but...
Yeah, but...
not as painful as a builder.
We didn't lose the predictions then, right?
Yeah, PETA is also... they're like supposed to be the good guys while being also bad guys. Or they're not like... they don't want to euthanasia for all domestic animals. It's they want euthanasia for all homeless animals, basically. Which is still horrible, but not as horrible. 48,696. And not yet, yes. Well, I wonder where she died and what she died of. There's nothing around. I think the guard probably killed the thing already. Oh,
Yeah,
there's here a position. Oh wow, there's like one block in a corner for a pigment to spawn, and that's where the pigment spawned. Now domestic animals I see slightly different, because especially dogs, they chose to live for thousands of years in a co-beneficial relationship with humans, right? Dogs did choose that. Now PETA doesn't. It's because that's why I don't support PETA. But that is they chose. It's not like pig that never chose, or chickens and also that are like killed, etc. Which is a different thing. Also like breeding is also complicated from a ethical standpoint, and maybe that like those super unhealthy breeds are like double complicated, but it's a different topic. But general domestic animals are, for me, a natural part. They're just, but of course it's we do need laws to regulate the things such that we do have minimum standards in treating those animals. Okay, I'm going to get some redstone downstairs to hire that one. We need a researcher again. There's a lady. Where did the lady go? I did not remember her name either. Was it you? No, you were the glutton. Was it you? No. There's a group over there. That was close. That was really close. There was like
Nearly leaving.
going to, yeah, it was like despawning any minute now. Any second now almost, I would say.
Yeah, sometimes it's quite close.
But yeah, PETA is like also a reason for why a lot of things are messed up, because they're also like not focusing on the important things, let's say it like that. And then a lot of people don't give it, so they don't focus on important things, they exaggerate a bunch of stuff, then they do horrendous stuff themselves in their dog and cat shelters, like they kill the dogs and cats that don't get adopted.
Yeah.
So which is like, from a German
And they
point of
of
view,
course
it's
like gather money which people spend on them, which would instead go to other organizations which do it better, right?
yeah.
Kinda like Overwolf. Yeah, they're
And
giving it to modders.
plus they
Can we
give,
get
like,
more money? Yes. Sure.
And of course they also give like animal rights activism kind of like a bad taste as well. Like if you discuss with someone animal rights and they're like, yeah, but PETA is animal rights and they do a lot of shit, yes. And we talked about having freeloaders spend money at a tavern and restaurant. Yeah, that could be an interesting thing for the economic things later.
Yeah. Kinda the more advanced your tavern is, the more people arrive there, and you can get some income.
So the tavern kind of becomes a point of income as well.
Yeah.
Could allow you maybe a setting that allows what do you call freeloaders to stay longer at the tavern and actually use the beds for the freeloaders, for the hirees instead of
and
the
they
citizens.
could also like use up resources like food, and maybe we add something to
Yeah,
drink
at a
or so.
cost, exactly. That would be then at a cost, and you would generating a little bit of profit for that.
Yeah.
Obviously limited at 1 per colony. It's my builder that it went to work on the Fletcher. You could try to get a fisher running, I think, so we can get Prismarine.
Yeah. I thought you were going to set up one.
Yeah, I was focusing on getting set up the Fletcher here. Choo choo choo.
It's like totally normal, right? Fishing in the nether.
Yes. I did like the idea. Like my initial idea was maybe have like that would only have worked for the farm, but I think no wait, that was the farm idea. But I think I like the idea of maybe just adding a few items, a few new fish type, and have the fishermen fish in lava as well, even in the overworld. It just gets like we create a loot table for that as well. You can also get enchantments and stuff, but you get just like lava fish.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So then our lava fish would need like some kind of use our normal fish doesn't, right?
Yeah, they would be food, so that would be a food source in the Nether. And
I'm more thinking on when we later on add trading, then you don't necessarily need to have all stuff available in the Nether, right?
yes, that's true. But that
So you
we
could
always
trade
have,
with other colonies which do have a fisher.
but we also always have to think that there are plenty people that play Minecolonies in single player mode as well.
Yeah, and I want to add trading there as well.
But it's like there are some good ways, but it's much harder to be able to like trade things you need then.
Well, I'd like to combine trading and AI colonies actually.
Yeah.
So that you can trade with both you AIs.
Yes, but the problem is that is like, yeah.
We need to get AI colonies first, right?
Yeah, that's like even farther in the
it's
future
far
than
away,
trading.
Indeed.
Plus, it's very complex to have then like specialized, and it actually would be easier probably to just have specialized AI colonies.
Yeah.
Needs less buildings and stuff.
Yeah. Can make it biome dependent also.
Yes. And offered different things. Oh wow.
Yeah. And then we can also have like nice localized different resource needs. Like people in a desert need a lot of sand.
Yes.
Or no, they got a lot of sand. Other way around.
Yes.
They don't want to import sand.
Okay. Now I think I did most of the cleaning up for the builder. How much terraforming usually goes in a good village? It depends. I think the fortress village needs quite a bit of terraforming. While other thing, it's more like aesthetic kind of things. Like you don't need a lot of terraforming, but if you want, if you're like a little bit OCD, maybe you will have a little bit more terraforming than normal. Like what we're doing in the Nether as well. It's a little bit more complicated too.
Yeah. Also, you can always like let your builders do that kind of stuff.
Will Strider farms ever be a thing? I don't know, good question.
That could be actually like maybe the fisher alternative for the Nether.
What do Striders drop?
Like I wouldn't like kill them, but keep them as pets, and then those then catch the fish.
It's like kind of like a cat.
You know, who brings the heart,
Yeah.
who brings their vision,
Would be funny.
and particularly who bring their brain to the table.
That might, but we
So that
like that would be like.
what they're doing.
Oh no, we are using a fisher, and to fish in lava he needs to ride out on a strider.
Yeah, I got some general plans anyway for, like, I always wanted the fisher to use a boat anyway to fish.
Yeah, see, in the Nether we can use striders. Shouldn't even be so difficult, we could do it like minecarts with passing.
Yeah, actually, on the water pathing, we wouldn't even need that because the current pathing already paths on top of water, so it just has to move the boat forward. You mean like the jump in and out part? That
Yeah,
maybe,
exactly.
yes.
Would be kind of the same.
Striders drop string.
Okay, great. Now let's make it better.
Oh, that's useful.
So, just writing from a place of understanding rather than from a place of fear. Where you're just grateful for any idea that comes along. And you don't want to change it because you don't know how.
Popping up some of the things here. Strider wolf arms. Yeah, not sure those are worth it.
Yeah, it's not about the ideas, it's about how you support the ideas.
But yeah, in general, I would like the idea of having those are I think 2 nice tasks for future for coders. Like get some fish items and think about some nice additional use cases besides food.
Yeah. Well, maybe not just fish items, like lava related items, I guess.
And nether fish related items.
Yeah.
And
Kinda hard to tell what kind of stuff you could find in lava. Maybe some magma slime or so.
And making a loot table, yes, for the nether. So basically it would be then a full lava loot table for the fishing rod. Which I'm not even sure, that would something have to be researched if that... We do have full control over our rod, to be honest. So that is not a problem. We can just simulate all what we're doing independent of the liquid. And then just choose a different loot table, that's not a problem for us.
Yeah.
Sure, that is not a problem. So yeah, that could be a nice thing, and the second thing would be the fisher using a boat on water. And everyone is mourning. A relic shard? What do you mean with a relic shard? And the problem is then the nether loot table doesn't make a lot of sense to add prismarine in there. But don't we have like a recipe for prismarine? We had a cheaper recipe for... Let me go to the stone mason. We had... I think I wasted a lot of resources, even though... Yeah, those poor sheep don't have grass. Hi there, Clear Ruby. Stone mason, stone mason. Yes, a much cheaper recipe for prismarine. And I wasted a lot of prismarine. Yay!
Okay.
HellColonies ship. How much do we have left here? 1 shard and 2 crystals. Amazing. I wasted like 27 shards under that on the builder hut, forgetting that we have the special recipe for that as well. Badims. Hey.
Ouch.
You're nasty.
It's a perfect weight trap. Just throw some baked potatoes down and wait till he picks it up. Look at me.
Ancient debris. I killed you. But were you so low on health? I will pick up the rest of the baked potatoes for sure. Where's your bag?
I was full health, but you shot me twice.
Yeah,
Seems your bow is
I
taking
changed
quite some
positions.
damage.
Oh, you're kind of like transparent now.
Yeah, that's graveyard mod's ghost form, where mobs can't see you till you pick up your grave.
Ah, understood. So everyone is mourning. I wonder if I can get to the overworld or so to get some prismarine.
That's likely gonna take a while.
That would take
Just
a long
marine.
while. I really don't feel like ocean temples.
Yeah, a little unlike never nice.
Oh, to be honest, I don't need ocean temples either. The prismarines you find in sunken ships and stuff as well.
Oh, cool.
I just need a bunch of
Sunken ships might
shards,
be
to be
easy.
honest. Get a boat. It's raining. Just have to find some boat. See if you can find a boat. I directly made a boat and left. Yeah, sunken ship or one of those underwater thingies where those undead drowned hang around. It also works. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there can be a lot of good loot in these kinds of things, I know. Just have to find one of them. To be honest, it's one of the content things that I kinda enjoyed. But yes, there we have. And a lot of prismarine around it. Kinda like perfect. That's all I needed here. Some prismarine shards, some rotten flesh and music discs. Oh, I'm drowning. Let me do the classic underwater survival strategy. Doors. It's one of those things where it's like Mojang already makes that certain things are kinda like washed away by water. I wonder why they didn't do that for doors. Like, doors break if you break the block underneath them, but they don't break if they're like placed in the middle of water.
Not sure.
It's like classic Mojang inconsistency, I guess. It even has the dark prismarine shard ones that are like hard to get. Didn't I get another torch? Ah, here, another door. Here we go, getting a lot of prismarine blocks, perfect. Didn't even have to go far. Didn't even have to raid a temple for all of this. Awesome. Yeah, I forgot to answer previously. Piglins. Piglin farms. I think not. It's kinda weird. Already the herders are close enough to slavery. We don't have to do it with piglins either. Additionally.
Yeah.
We already have enough exploitation. Then one of the things I think I'm going to ask Dadgatsur, I think one of the things that would be interesting is having alternative costs for research. So you can like the cost is either X or Y for research.
Not sure.
Like for certain things that like for example it could be interesting for a nether colony that needs a lot of overworld related stuff.
Yeah, I know.
As well as
Although it's kinda also useful to like have that as a resource which you have to trade later on.
yes. No, it wouldn't
Since
be for
it
all researchers,
encourages
but
it.
to have the ability for a few things. It would potentially allow, maybe even change in general, the cost for the citizen being meat. Make that something else as well.
Not sure.
I think now we're pretty fine on Prismarine here. What else can I get rid of? I think the rest is fine. So I just need my warp stone, teleport, definitely overworld, through the portal. Wait, why didn't that actually move me over? That was taking a long time. Okay, now I'm back. Dropping some of the things off, definitely. I'm not going to need. Oops, wrong chest. And the Prismarine I'm going to deliver to the warehouse. Yeah, let's go to the Eastern Builder, drop that stuff off at the warehouse, and then we can basically build anything because we have enough Prismarine for it and don't have to worry about that, which is very good. It was already bothering me a lot thinking about it. Where's my... Did I dump my resource scroll together?
Not sure.
I think I did.
About making it accurate.
Maybe it's in your backpack slot.
No, it's not.
About making it feel right.
I double and
Did you
triple
check?
checked. Yeah, it was Pam's that had... it was Tinker's that had zombie jerky. Zombie jerky.
Did you ever see green fire?
Green? I did see it already, yes.
Yeah. Some of the nether biomes got green fire.
Yeah. Oh. What are you doing here? What is that? We had
If it's an
walking
accident,
around a
there's an
zombie
error
pigment
that
here
feels good,
again.
Leave it in.
Where did that one come from? There, Glowstone
You
Gardens
want those.
spawning position. In the middle of the cook. Middle of the restaurant. That was a Glowstone Gardens position again. Nasty. Shoot.
It's not a thing about making it accurate.
Ah. Can I jump on the deal from here? I think I can't. Graves dust. Let me dump that stuff in the warehouse again. Get some planks here. Fried chicken menstruation. Let's set up some fried chicken menstruation. Oh, we already got that here. Fried chicken. Oh, the modules are here now. Finally, can you see this? Especially the cook. I think that looks it looks pretty great actually. The cook is actually awesome because that's all the setting it has. So it doesn't have the buttons here either to switch pages. But eventually more stuff is going to be moved there. To those modules.
I kinda would like some nicer like buttons or so for the icons still. Something that looks more button-like because it doesn't look very clickable.
Yeah. At the moment it's not very clickable because the those tabs are supposed to be behind the render behind, so it seems like another page.
Oh.
But I can't do that yet because they still got general. They already got the paging, and I have to first remove all paging before I can move those one back.
If it's an accident, there's an error that feels good, then you leave it in.
So this is part of modular. So those pages generate actually automatically.
You want those.
So if I add minimum stock to any building, it would automatically add this tab here, which is pretty epic because this way it's just so easy to add additional functionality, which is something I've been talking about. I've actually worked.
But it's easy to add existing functionality.
Yes.
New ones we still have to make ourselves. You know.
Existing functionality additionally to a new place, basically. It's in the past that was like a huge pain, and in some cases even like not impossible, but would require full rewriting and adding a lot of UI code and a lot of
yeah, we
boilerplate
couldn't
code.
like nicely combine different ones.
Yes. So for example, all the buildings that had a minimum stock had to have like double the code if they wanted a filterable list. So the cook had, for example, just minimum stock additional code all over the UI just to make that work. The citizen UI, we could add tabs as well, maybe.
Yeah, depending on what we want to
But
display.
that doesn't have to be modular. But to be honest, maybe moving the requests in inventory and as well as the other two pages into tabs might look much more.
Wouldn't hurt. Then we could also sort interactions maybe a bit. Like we could have a tab for interactions which are still active.
It's like ignored interactions, something like this. True. That might be nice.
Yeah. Or like if you clicked it away and want to check in a list which ones there were or so.
Yeah, exactly. Like the ones you
skip, kinda, yeah.
Yeah, John said we do probably want a consistent UI anyway.
What?
And here you can see as well, this one has now fuel and smeltable ores here. So I'm currently in the process of transforming all the things of the buildings to that. Now this one doesn't have, it still has pages, and it has this tasks page, which will be moved to those tabs as well. But it will take a little bit because I'm like step by step moving the things modular.
Gonna take a while.
And I'm currently I'm like in, I would say that's the longest step that is left, and that is like a generic settings page to easily allow having generic settings in a hut. There's some issues we have like moved up. It's like, not going to add that now, to add a lot of UI code again and stuff, and then there's like generic settings code might be moved over. To be honest, it might actually be even an idea to have the recipes be not here in list of recipes, but actually have a proper tab for that.
Yeah, for sure. And so storage we could have its own.
Just the storage tab instead of the storage icon.
We got inventory and chest storage item.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things we can then move to that.
I mean, we could just put the chest icon into its own tab, right? The building list of items.
The recipes are easy. I'm not sure how easy the store. No, it would just be a. I would just move the storage.
Just make it into its own view, kinda, basically.
Yeah. Make it its own module and view. Can be an empty one in that, right?
Yeah, I don't think it needs any server module. Just view.
I can just. Actually, can just be. Doesn't even have to exist on the server side. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a piglin back there.
Oh,
now finally they started. Karen is working on the barracks tower. Yeah, that seems a little bit far.
Well, thought someone should build it finally.
Yeah. But now I can.
Because I noticed we had building tasks for the barracks tower all along, but no one ever picks them up because they are too far.
I'm going to click those towers to level 3 as well now. And the citizen hut to level 4. We're going to upgrade to level 4 everything. I'm going to upgrade here everything on this level to level 4 slowly. Pickling is still hanging out. I have golden boots, so it's not a problem. We're an hour and a bit in. I think we're going to leave it at that for today. Tune in tomorrow for again more herder buildings on the schematic server. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. You're going to see us tomorrow as already mentioned. It might be a little bit late. No, I'm going to be fine. I thought I have a meeting much earlier tomorrow, so it shouldn't be a problem. Have a good one, everyone. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks for engaging in the chat with us.
Yeah.
Thanks Sam for hanging out with us as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Stay tuned for more discussions on what things we're working on as well, etc. We stream usually around 5 times a week. I hope you had a good one. See you everyone. Good night. See you around. I'm going to have myself some delicious vegan burrito now.
Yeah, good night.
Night night.